Hey everybody, this week we are branching out and covering a genre not yet seen on In It to Spin It. We're going to shine a light on local crew, the SHAH DJs, specifically their member Decibel Point. Also, I got to sit down with a Montreal duo making a good name for themselves. This is episode 38 of In It to Spin It with Decibel Point and BOTNEK. So our first guest and I go way back. He's been spinning his own brand of heavy, energetic, dark D&B with the SHAH DJs coming out of Vancouver. Let's see how it went down with Decibel Point. Hey everybody out there, we are here with my good buddy Daryl, aka Decibel Point, representing the SHAH DJ crew coming out of Vancouver, BC. Thanks for being here with us. Say hi to everybody out there.
Cool. Hi, thanks for having me.
Right on, man. Thanks for making time for In It to Spin It. So let's get right into it. We'll talk about the SHAH DJs. Put the logo up. That's SHAH for those out there, right?
Yeah, it stands for Smooth, Hard, Aggressively Happy.
Nice. So you guys have been throwing, the collective has been throwing great drum and bass, high caliber D&B parties for 6 strong years in our city of Vancouver. Tell us a little bit about how the whole vibe and everything got started and what you guys are all about representing.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, when we started, it was very small. I mean, drum and bass was in a place where it was all about being elite, and you know, if you don't know, you're not cool. Yeah. And we just took a completely different approach. You know, we started small, actually at a bar called Smiley O'Neill's downtown, where I met my wife. And it was amazing. You know, from then we had a crew of people who really loved the music, who were really out to share and just share this thing that not a lot of people knew about.
Yeah.
It was always high energy. It was smooth, hard, and aggressively happy.
Yeah.
And our crew just represents that.
Yeah, and I think to this day, your group of people, it's a very happy collective, and everyone's very
Absolutely.
Open and accepting.
Yeah.
Those parties are really cool. What do you guys have planned for the near future, party-wise? Any stuff to look forward to in December and in 2014?
Absolutely. I mean, we've been doing about 2 to 3 shows a month. There's some collaboratives with other electronic bass-heavy music in the city. We definitely have a New Year's event coming up. Details are to come.
Okay.
We do a pretty regular show too at the Backstage Lounge in Granville Island.
Yeah.
That's kind of our home base.
Bread and butter.
Yeah, it is. It's the best. It's an amazing price. You get quality drum and bass. The view downtown Granville Island is amazing.
Yeah.
So you can expect that about once a month. Just that. And then there's a number of shows. Just check out SHAHDJs.com, and that's where our list is.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, that's where we can find your mixes streaming there.
Yeah.
We put out 2 this year alone. One is Spintronics from earlier this year, and the new one is Come the Rain.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I've always been at the heavier, darker end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So you know, I like to be quite sinister when I'm up there playing. Spintronics is truly that.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a hiatus before that, so that's a lot of quality, heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Come the Rain, I wanted it to be a little bit more accessible. It's still dark, but it's mellow, brooding, you know, very intricate. I got a great response from it, and it's just, you know, I listened to what the people want, and they kind of wanted a blend, so I'm happy to go back and forth, but that has been a lot of fun to do.
Okay. I've seen you spin, obviously, a few times, very dark, energetic, enthusiastic at all times, but we'll put the link down in the description for the Come the Rain, because that's a great one to just put on in the house if you're not like into partying.
Absolutely, yeah. It's listening music too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can put it on the headphones, you could be talking to people while it's on. I had a lot of fun with that.
So you personally, how did you get into the electronic music scene? Like, where did it all start for you?
Well, you were there.
Yeah.
So definitely, 99, 2000, it was the rave scene.
Yeah.
So certainly electronic music captured me there. I got into dancing, like pop block break dancing, and so I switched a little bit more towards the broken beat, like straight breakbeat music and hip hop. But even before that, I liked rock music, heavy hard rock. And then when drum and bass came along, I'm like, this is it. This is
Yeah.
pretty much the perfect blend
And
for me.
Pendulum.
And yeah, Pendulum, like that, exactly, the
Yeah.
heavy full rock stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's just progressed and evolved. There's subgenres of the heavy stuff all over the place. It's
Yeah.
very diverse genre.
Okay, cool. Okay, well I think that'll wrap it up. It's
Yeah.
short and sweet. But check out SHAHDJs.com, doing great things in this city for drum and bass, and check out Decibel Points Mixes. We're on the same website.
Cool, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So thanks again for taking the time, Daryl, and doing that for us. You heard us talking about the Vancouver rave scene. At its peak, we were hitting it pretty hard. I made a video here, a nice little package if you're feeling nostalgic and want to check that out. It's the best thing we've got, sort of chronicling those 3 to 4 magical years. Check it out.
Okay, action.
So I was lucky enough to get a chance to sit down backstage with BOTNEK at the Aokify tour when it rolled through Vancouver. Off camera, they revealed to me a big thrill for them was to learn that the Crystal Method was incorporating their original tracks in their live DJ sets. Must be a huge honor. Fits perfectly with this episode because Daryl and I have seen the Crystal Method together 4 times. Also, the Crystal Method have a new album coming out and they promise to be in Vancouver, so we'll look for those dates eagerly. Got to see them live. Let's check out how it went down with BOTNEK.
Cause I want to, I'm a bad motherfucker. Go, that's a motherfucker.
Action.
Hey everybody out there, we are in Vancouver at the Aokify America tour with Montreal-based duo BOTNEK. Guys, thanks for being here. Say hi to everyone out there.
What's up, internet? And everyone who watches things on YouTube. Is it going on YouTube?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Yeah, nailed it.
Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for being here, making time for the show, in it to spin it. Much appreciated. This is the last show for you guys on the tour and the last show of the Aokify tour. What's been the best thing about this tour for you guys? These 4 or 5 shows you've
Probably
done?
the catering.
The catering, yeah.
It's gonna be awesome, actually. No, it's been good just to like be a part of a large production because we've done a lot of like club nights and things like that.
Yeah.
But we haven't done like huge arena gigs like this.
Yeah.
So seeing how this whole works and what works in a crowd and what works for parties like this, it's good experience.
Good
Just like
learning lesson, yeah.
learn how to DJ in a gigantic room where it's super
Yeah.
echoey and things. Yeah.
Any good stories from the last couple nights? You want to share and divulge?
It's a lot of debauchery.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I can't remember. Not very PG.
I mean, I've only been here an hour or so, and I've seen some crazy shit. So
Crowds are always pretty over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for us, what's a highlight from the thing so far? Would you say?
Oh no. To be honest, played a
Vancouver.
couple. Yeah,
Vancouver's the
This was the
highlight.
best set for sure.
Yeah.
this is still a highlight in motion. Still got wait.
I saw you guys drop some Eurythmics, Blur, Who, even some block rock and beats out there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
nice nods to rock out there. It's
Yeah.
good set, amazing high energy stuff.
We tried to. That sort of like came naturally because we were like, it was an experiment that we were doing where, well, I don't know, we're not the hugest like progressive house fans.
Yeah.
So we, when people want to hear like big 40 breaks, that's cool and all. We make music like that.
Yeah.
But it's cool to just like throw curveballs at people.
Yeah.
And play something that's just like a little bit left of center.
Well, I heard you dropped Bohemian Rhapsody at
Yeah.
Tomorrowland, but we can get to that later. That's
Yeah.
a definite curveball. I understand after this, you guys are off to Australia for December
Yeah.
for your own headlining tour.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. What you guys have planned for Oz?
I'm gonna try to stay as far away from all the snakes and crazy spiders and shit
Yeah.
that they have.
Yeah, we don't want to
But,
die.
no, we got our tan on and shit. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be the longest flight I think we've ever taken. I think Asia was Asia was long, but this is gonna be
Yeah, it's gonna be longer. So.
I understand there's a secret show in Australia.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Any,
No
we're
details.
contractually not allowed to say.
It's a secret.
Yeah, it's a secret show.
Cool. I know you guys have recently released a new remix EP, like very recently, and your Sriracha and Beer EP has gotten great reviews and acceptance. When you guys are producing your original music, take us through that sort of process, and what are you guys going for to get across in original BOTNEK songs? What's the
Well,
weird.
No, like I think for us is like the biggest influence on our sound is that when we first started producing together, we were really into like fidget. And fidget's groove music, but it's sort of like small room club music, and so it's like where they were focusing on like wonky bass lines and wobbly sounds, and you get the jack beats and Crookers and all those guys are making weird stuff, but it was really effective in like clubs. And I guess we're just stubborn, and we're
gonna make fidget cool again.
Well, we still basically make that kind of music, but we just incorporated the the production aesthetics of big room music and try to learn like how that can translate into a big room setting like this.
Well, I think it went over pretty well. I mean, I don't know too much, but I think it went over.
There was hands up at times. There was some girls like crying in the front. Like we played Disclosure, Disclosure a cappella over one of our tracks, and
never mind girls crying. We saw a guy crying in this thing.
No way.
Oh man.
It's not even like midnight yet.
So I was listening, as mentioned, to your Tomorrowland set. That must have been a huge, great experience for you guys. Tell us a little bit about that day and the day in the life of BOTNEK from Tomorrowland.
That was, we got in the night before. And I remember to get up super early, like to get there, because our shuttle was like 10 or 11 or something. And we were just like, couldn't sleep, super excited, because it was like, I remember watching it, the live stream of it the year before, and then like finding out we're gonna play it this year. I was like,
we had a little freak out when we heard about that.
No. It's really
very common.
But we just didn't want to mess it up, so we took a lot of effort into making sure that like we narrowed down what we were going to play. Because like sets like that is a good place for you to like show off new material and showcase some of your better stuff, and pull out all the especially because it was a pretty short set. They had like the max stage has so many artists on it.
And the SoundCloud track listing is like 20-something songs.
We wanted to fit everything into it.
That's just sort of our style of DJing. We try to keep it pretty quickly. Not like Maddie on us probably plays it the fastest, but we try to do keep the pace going pretty quickly, because generally like bigger music isn't like groove music. You know what I mean? Like if you have like your deep house and stuff like that, that's more like groovy, and it's not really all about huge attention and big bass drops and things like that. So for us, if you gotta keep things coming, we just notice crowds, they hear it like, and they're like, wow, okay, nice.
They're like 8 bars, they're like, I need a new melody, new hit.
That's exactly what a hip-hop DJ is being all about, just keep them coming, right? Did you stick around for any of the main headliner sets? I mean, one of my favorites is Pete Tong's set from that. It was really cool.
We saw a bit of that.
It was really good.
We were there,
I think we left.
No, we left Saturday, doing a gig in Paris, and then we were back on the Sunday. That was awesome.
But overall, great experience, I'm sure. So back when I was huge into electronic music, Carl Cox, Oakenfold, Seth Fontaine, Sasha Digweed, those were my guys, my huge
I've heard
names.
those names,
Presently and in the past, what names in electronic music have inspired you to be doing what you're doing now?
I think when we first started, I first got into electronic music from albums, because we come from Halifax, Nova Scotia, and actually, I don't know. We're doing a Canadian interview, because everywhere else we go, we're like Halifax,
Canada,
everyone's like
East Coast.
And,
what?
But no, so for us growing up there wasn't like a clubbing scene. So we learned about electronic music from albums. So well, I don't know. First, the names we always drop is like Chemical Brothers, Prodigy. Prodigy was the first like club music. Fatherland.
I believe because I heard Experience before I heard Fatherland.
Yeah, same.
And that was what got me hooked on it.
Okay, Horns of Jericho stuff.
Super fast.
So that's exactly the same time I was big into this, like 97 to 2000.
Sure.
So it's all the same, like Daft Punk's album.
Definitely.
Better Living Through Chemistry, Fat Boy, all that stuff. Huge stuff. So same sort of influences.
Tonight.
The Tundra song.
Exactly.
So I think that's about it, but what I've heard from you guys, you've got a pretty distinct sound going on, like I can pick it out almost now that
That's awesome.
it's definitely BOTNEK. Through the Night, maybe we'll link that video here. That's a huge track for you guys right now. That's about it. I think best of luck in Australia, and
Thanks.
bring 2014 on for you guys. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having us.
Right on. Done.